Thanks once again for dropping by the channel. If you like the content, if you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe, share the video if you enjoyed, if you felt it was useful. Now let's get into this. So, Mike Tyson, he released a little kind of snippet video today of himself with a shirt off, so you can see the kind of shape he's in. For a 53-year-old man, he's certainly not in bad shape, you know, for a 53-year-old man. And that's led more people to kind of come out and think, you know, oh, Mike Tyson, when he comes back, if he comes back, to have, you know, a real go of it, you know, how could he do, who could he beat? And I just happened to, you know, go through a little feed on Instagram there, and Dave Allen had posted some screenshots. Now, I want to go back actually before I say about the screenshots that Dave Allen posted. I think Dave Allen was on TalkSport. I think was it either Sunday or Saturday or Sunday, one or the other. And he was asked about Mike Tyson, and he said that the sad truth is that at this stage, Dave Allen could beat Mike Tyson. He said that should be reason enough for Mike Tyson to know he shouldn't come back, which I agree with. I think Dave Allen could beat Mike Tyson at this stage. But in the screenshot of, I think there were Instagram messages, was from, I'm assuming it was an American guy, because he was calling Dave Allen, you know, a British bum and stuff like that. So I'm assuming he was probably American. Dave Allen had the name scribbled out. And, you know, he was calling Dave Allen, you know, a fat you know what, and saying that Mike Tyson, you know, Mike will get you out of the ring, he'll clean your head, you know, this, that and the other, you know. And, you know, it really is crazy, you know, when you look at some of the comments, you know, being left on the Mike Tyson training montages and stuff like that. There are people out there who really do believe that Mike Tyson, even at 53, 15 years removed from back-to-back losses to Danny Williams and Kevin McBride, could do something in boxing. You know, it's incredible. You know, watching the first clip of Mike Tyson, the 8-second long clip, he looked good. The highlights that he released soon after that, he looked decent. You could definitely see in some of them that he was kind of forcing it a bit, that it wasn't flowing. And what I would say is it's really easy to pick the best clips of a training session and have people think that's what it's all about. You know, in terms of boxing, you know, I go back to this a lot. I go back to the David Haye Deontay Wilder sparring clip. David Haye, by his own admission, admitted that clip was heavily edited from that sparring session to make David Haye look good, and that in that actual spar, which I'd love to see it. I think David Haye says he has the footage of it. I'd love to see the full footage. He says that Deontay Wilder gave as good as he got, but people still, and it amazes me that David Haye's come out and publicly admitted that, and yet people still say that Deontay Wilder got his ass kicked in sparring. You know, look at the clip. You know, it amazes me that you know, David Haye can come out and say that, and yet people just, from the horse's mouth, people are just like, I'll ignore that. No, we've seen this clip. You know, that's obviously true. You know, it's amazing. It's like it reminds me of that episode of South Park. Have you ever seen South Park where they're photoshopping, you know, girls, and you know, I think it was Butters or something. It was Butters who says, you know, oh, I don't want to go out with that girl because she's fat. And they were like, right, we'll Photoshop her picture to make her look good. She's like, I want to go out with her now. That's kind of how it is. And they see something that's edited and they think, oh, that's real. So, yeah, Mike Tyson, in terms of him coming back, you know, if it's for exhibitions, you know, little nothing exhibitions like they were talking about him and Shannon Briggs, if they have a little nothing exhibition, which I think Shannon Briggs versus Mike Tyson, they are both fiery characters. I don't think either of them could do an exhibition with the other and not end up going for it and having it turn volatile. I think they're both extremely fiery. So I couldn't, in terms of exhibition, I'd watch it, but I wouldn't be surprised if it went from 0 to 60 real quick. In terms of Mike Tyson, if he was to fight Dave Allen, I would pick Dave Allen every single day of the week to beat Mike Tyson. Every single day of the week. And, you know, people say, you see it in the comments of certain Mike Tyson training videos and stuff like that, that like, oh, he looks better than he did when he fought Kevin McBride, when he fought Danny Williams. No, he doesn't. He's not going to be any better. Like, I mean, it's crazy. If you look at George Foreman, now George Foreman obviously is, when he made his comeback after 10 years out of the ring, he was 38 years old. Okay, 38 years old, hadn't boxed in 10 years. He couldn't come back and go straight to the top. He fought, I think he went like 20-0, like fighting just journeyman before he fought Holyfield. I think he had like 20 fights. Must have been. If it wasn't 20, it was the high teens. And it was just journeyman after journeyman, you know, easy wins or faded contenders. Like, what's the cruiserweight guy's name? Dwight Muhammad Quarry, I think is how you pronounce it. And Jerry Cooney, faded contenders. They were the guys he was fighting en route to getting the Holyfield fight. And let's not forget, George Foreman was 38 when he made his comeback. I think he was 41 when he fought Holyfield. Mike Tyson is 53. He's been out of the ring for 15 years. The last time he was... And George Foreman's last fight before his hiatus was against Jimmy Young, a contender at the time. Mike Tyson's last fight was against Kevin McBride, a fighter who had several losses, who was a raging alcoholic going into the Tyson fight, you know? So, this was not like Mike Tyson went out, you know, against a top contender. He went out with someone who by today would still be classed as, you know, a fringe contender, you know, if even. So, yeah, Mike Tyson, the whole comeback thing, look, whatever he comes back for, if it's for an exhibition and, you know, it's a little nothing thing and they call it quits, I'd rather he didn't come back, but I'd watch it. Well, in terms of him coming back and fighting anybody, like, I mean, no. There are probably some god-awful journeymen who, you know, maybe he could beat. And when I say god-awful, I mean, like, there are journeymen that we've heard of. And then there are journeymen that you just, you know, they've literally just been plucked from the crowd. Someone like that, maybe. But, like, even if you put him in there, if you put Mike Tyson in there against someone like a Sakalowski, who is a journeyman, Sakalowski would win. No doubt in my mind. Sakalowski's a decent journeyman. So guys like that, no way. So, you know, it's crazy to think, though, that there are so many people out there, and so many out there who ridicule people for just pointing out the obvious. Like Dave Allen saying, you know, at this stage he could beat Mike Tyson because Mike Tyson's 53 years old, out of the ring for 15 years. Dave Allen, yeah, he's taken some beatings, but he's, what, 28? Yeah, Dave Allen could beat Mike Tyson at this stage. Prime? Hell no. But this stage, yeah, Dave Allen could win. So, you know, those are my thoughts on this. Let me know yours down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, of course, if you are new. And as always, I will talk to you